Good evening and welcome to the channel. So tonight we're going to discuss a new product that Zforce Modelworx just came out with, and I've been working with Ron a little bit on this. So we're going to do a reveal tonight of a new product. So number one, remember, if you type in rake 10 as a discount code, you get 10% off anything from Zforce. So I got my box. I was supposed to have it last week. It's here. It went to Arizona twice, but I finally got it, and we're going to take a look at it. Whoops. Ignore these. You're not supposed to see those. That's nothing. Just ignore those. All right, here we go. So tonight we're going to look at three different products that kind of go together. So the first thing we're going to look at is these are, now spoiler alert, I've already been in this box and I had some stuff off. This is like the fourth time I'm making this video. So I keep screwing it up. So we'll see how this goes, if this will be the end of it or if I have to do another one. So these are header kits that you make using solder. So, and I already pulled a couple of these things off. So there's going to be, to start with, he's going to have Chevrolets, Fords, and Mopars. And I lost my pointer. Well, I'm having a rough time. I knocked my magazines over. I lost my pointer. Oh well, I'll use a piece of solder. Okay, so these are going to be header kits that you make with solder. So again, Chevrolets, he's going to have, we have small block Chevy, big block Chevy, LS motors. And I pulled a couple of these off here, so just ignore that. So that'll be the Chevrolets. And then he's going to make Mopar headers. He's going to have small blocks, big blocks. He's going to do the 426 Hemi, 392 Hemi. And then Fords, he's going to do the small block Ford, the Windsor, the big block Ford, 429, 460, the FE, and Coyote. But he may be doing other ones also, or if you have a different motor, say you have a Buick and you're putting it in something, you need a header kit, he probably will do the flanges for that. So you just have to let him know what you're looking for. He'll probably be able to hook you up, or if he doesn't hook you up right away, he might be able to hook you up down the road. So so these are header kits. So this is kind of like, I wouldn't say it, I guess it's a little bit advanced parts. I'm a middle of the road guy. I'm not a high-end builder, but I figured out how to do this pretty easily. So I would think that you can too. If I can do it, you can do it. The one thing about solder headers that I've seen on other builders is that they look great until you get to the collector. The collector is the sore spot. To me, the collector on other models are usually just tubing, and they just look like tubing and they don't look real. To me, this is the secret right here. This will make your headers look like headers to me. And we made this a little longer so there's room for you to tuck all four of these in good, so you have a good amount of space to put them in there. And then we also made the flanges. We made the flanges a little thicker, so because you know the 3D printing tends to be brittle. These can't handle much abuse, but we made them thicker so they're a little bit more stout. So when you put your solder in there, of course now I can't hit the hole because I'm trying to do it on the camera. Well, anyway, when you put that in there, you have some stability there. They're a little thicker than what they probably should be, but you're gonna have to handle these. So we want them to be able to use them without breaking them. So here I made, so this is the first one I made, and that's an LS shorty header. And that's made with solder. Shorty headers are really easy to make. And here I made a small block Chevy, and this one I actually already painted. You know, and also we have, you know, on the end, so on your header, he also has these little flanges made that you can, you know, start your exhaust system. Hopefully you can see that. And you'll see this, I have some build-ups and I'll show you that. And then I also made a small block Chevy long tube header. Now, if I was mounting these, I would probably cut these off flat and just have these two as my mounting places. And if you take the flange before you build your header and hold it up to your motor on the head and drill your 2 holes, pre-drill those 2 holes, then you can build your header, have these 2 on the ends and just pop them on. I've seen guys do all 4, but I think it's easier if you just do the 2. But, you know, they're your headers. You can do what you want. So with this kit, you can make headers fit on anything. You can put any motor in anything. And the headers, it's just like real cars. Headers are a pain in the butt. They're a pain in the butt unless you get the right fitting one. And then sometimes you still need to ding them up to get them on. And so models are the same way. If you're putting a different motor in a car, a lot of times the headers don't fit because they're made for a specific car, and you're kit bashing or buying a 3D printed motor, and those headers aren't necessarily going to fit on what you got. This way, you can make headers fit anything. So that's pretty much the headers. And again, you know, once you get them bent and put in there, and I've been working with these a little bit, so they're not perfect, but you know, once you get them in there, you can bend them any way you want to. They're pretty soft. You can bend them around any way you want. You know, you can do what you want with them. Shape them the way you want. Now, to make them, so when you get a piece of solder, to make them flat and straight, if you just take a piece of metal, it can be a ruler, it can be anything metal. I got a piece here, and if you just roll them back and forth, it makes that perfectly flat. You start there. You know, you can make equal length headers if you want equal length headers. You can do any of that, but that makes it easier to work with. That's kind of the headers. Okay, so now we got headers. So what do you want after that? Well, of course you gotta have these. These are electric cutouts. Check these bad boys out. Electric cutouts. Look at them. Now you have to knock them out of there, but so it comes with 2 different tips on them. So here you have a little angled tip that you can put on there, or you can use this is a little shorty tip. And you know, you can, I got these glued on, but you can turn these any way you want to. You know, they come separately. So these are separate. See them right there? So you can put them any way you want to. Okay, so now we got electric cutouts. Well, then we need mufflers, right? You need mufflers, and we got crossovers. So you can do a complete, like I said, I was digging in here a little bit. So we have, where's my make-believe pointer? So we have a crossover. We have a tip that you can either use at the end of your exhaust, or if you want to use your favorite tips. And then this particular one will have Flowmaster 40 mufflers and Borla stainless steel mufflers. And then there's going to be another version that will have Magnaflow mufflers, similar style, something like that. And then he'll have Black Widows. So that'll be the two. I don't have any of the second set. He's still, I think he already printed them out, but I haven't received any yet. So here's just, look at these things. Look, you know how other 3D printers you get that you hear that sound when you rub your finger across there? You don't hear that on these. These are nice. And where's the Borlas? I got the tip on these, but look how nice these are. Whoops. Look, it's even got the weld seam on it, like where they'd be put together. It's crazy, crazy. Okay, so then we have, so now we got all three. So let's look at some things with those products on. So here I just took, this is like a 3-inch exhaust, and I just threw these on here, put the cutouts, put a crossover on it, and just threw some mufflers on the end, just so you can see what that would look like. And then I did another pair. Now, so here I just put the header collector. Let me move my magazine. So here I just put the header collector. You know, so this would be your header here, and then you'd have your cutouts, and then your crossover, and of course that would go back into your mufflers. And then I took, so I have this 63 Galaxy AMT, and this is those older kits, and you know, they got the frame with everything molded in the frame except for the motor. So what I did is I took the header kit, and this had exhaust pipe that came about up to here. It had a little nib on it so you could connect it. So I just put the header kit and worked them right into there. So I put headers on this, custom bent headers, basically for underneath. So I did that, and then what I also did, so this is my mule, and I just built this to do this tutorial. So that's, you know, it's nothing fancy. I just threw it together quick. Look, it does have the Art of Rake on it though, right there. And you know, nothing fancy. I just threw it together basically just for this. So here I did big block Chevy headers, and then I put my electric cutouts on it, and I might have that on backwards. It might need to be the other one here, and then I have that, but it's just for show anyway. It's not really, and I'm sure some of you guys will let me know if I'm right or wrong. So I just brush painted this with Vallejo aluminum, and then I just took my chalks and just hit that with chalks. I think I did use a little panel liner, just a little bit here and here, and everything else is just chalks. And then I added, I did put a little muffler clamp right here. I just drilled 2 holes and a little piece of wire. Probably should put one here, but I didn't. But look at that. Look how real that looks. I mean, look at that from the side. That to me just, you know, that to me looks real. That's a great effect. It's a great product. I'm really happy with it. And I think you will be too. So that's what I've been waiting for all this time. Oh, I did this AMT 67 Chevelle. I did hog out the wheel well a little bit. To me, those kits with those big tires, the wheel well don't look right. It's too small. I did hone that out. I can't let nothing alone, can I? Look, I even painted the door handles on it. What? Like, it's just a mule. It's just to show this. But then I do all this other stuff. So that's it. To me, that's the bee's knees. I'm really interested in your comments, what you think of this. I'm hoping that some of the higher end builders will get these and they'll give us feedback. So really want some feedback when you get these, if they need to be tweaked or anything like that. But they're awesome. That's all I can say. It's just awesome. I think it's going to be a big hit. So, you know, Zforce, he's not about wheels and tires anymore. He's going to have other products. He's going to be expanding his product line. So this is some of that expansion. So, you know, let's hear what you think about that, and hopefully you'll be trying them out. Oh, one more thing. I didn't talk about the solder sizes and stuff, but when you go to Ryan's ordering page, like this is the Ford ones that he has written up. I don't know if this is the final, but it tells you exactly for the particular kit that you're getting what you need to use. And it's, of course, the solder's not supplied, but it'll tell you what solder to get. And I got all my solders on Amazon. So you can get them on Amazon. That's the easiest way. I tried at Lowe's and stuff, and they don't have all the oddball sizes and stuff, so it's easier to get them online. Oh, here's one more thing I did. So this kit, I had like straws on the bottom of this, you know, as a collector, and I just took the header collector and just glued them on these kit headers, you know, just to give you that look on the bottom of a header. So I didn't build this. Well, I bought it semi-built and just finished it. But anyway, you can use those flanges for anything. I think so. Even if you have kit headers and the flanges aren't that, or the collectors aren't that nice on them, you can just use the collectors and change them out, cut them down and change them out. I think that's going to be it for this one. Been waiting a long time for this. It's been in development for a while. I hope you like the product, and I hope you like my tutorial. Maybe some of the higher end guys, I'm not a technical guy, and this is a little more advanced for someone like me, but if I can do it, anybody can do it, because I'm not the sharpest tool in the shed. So maybe some of the higher end guys that have YouTube channels, if they get some of these products, maybe they'll do a better technical tutorial on these. But I'm hoping that everybody likes them, and like I said, they're an awesome product. And that's going to be it. So I think we'll see you on the next one. I hope I didn't forget anything. I think that's going to be it. All right. See you on the flip side.